Holy shit, this is dark. Hold on.
Hello.
It's a school night, and it's past midnight. It's like 12:21, and I cannot sleep. I think part of it has to do with daylight savings, and then part of it has to do with my charger's broken, so it's not charging my phone, and I'm like high-key scared that it's not gonna be charged enough for me to wake up in the morning to an alarm. And then there's also like the issue of homework, which I'm pretty sure of homework, but I didn't check. So that's an issue. And then there's also that, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, I talked about a lot about my half-brother. And so a lot of flashbacks have been happening because I haven't talked about him in fucking years. Or even thought about him, because every time thoughts about him would like come up, I would just like think about something else and avoid it. And this was like the first time in years that I've actually like full on like thought deeply about him and like what happened to me to like explain it to you guys and like self-reflect and stuff. And it's like fucking me over big time. I've reestablished my fear of the dark, which I haven't had in months. Which my fear of the dark comes and goes. Sometimes I'm perfectly fine and even prefer the dark. And sometimes I can't even handle the slightest bit of darkness. And I'm back to not being able to handle the slightest bit of darkness. So that's awesome. Like, earlier, for example, I was like turning off the lamp, and then I turned off my turtle's lamp too because it was like bright and distracting, and I was just like, maybe that's why I can't sleep. So I turned it off, and then I was just freaking out because I kept thinking about how he used to like crawl in bed with me, and I just kept picturing him crawling in bed with me, and like it freaked me out, and I haven't had any like thoughts like that in a fucking while. And then, of course, I turn around and I fucking see a shadow against the wall that looks just like a male's profile. And I'm like, fuck it, nope, lights on. And, like, it just, this, like, ever since I started thinking about it, now I can't stop. And it's, like, in the back of my brain. And, like, I keep, like, thinking about his voice. I keep thinking about what happened. I keep thinking about how I fucking lied to the police in court about it, because I wasn't comfortable telling them what actually happened. Instead, I lied and made up this dumbass story where he attacked me and like forced himself on me, which wasn't exactly true. I just feel guilty and was stupid thinking that my young, naive self, like, accepting him doing it to me was like something to be guilty over, which it's not, because like I was too young to understand like what was going on, first of all. Second of all, I understood that it was wrong, but I didn't really understand why. And I knew that like it felt weird, and I knew that it was like wrong, but I was too afraid to like speak up. And I wasn't like mature enough to know what like standing up for myself was. Because no one had taught me, like, that, like, this was wrong and, like, that you should, like, stand up for yourself, which, because I was, like, 7 or 8, so, like, we never really broached the subject of sexual interaction. So I had really no idea what it was and why he was doing it to me. So, and, like, why he kept, like, threatening me not to tell anyone. Like, it's our little fucking secret. Like, fuck you, asshole. And, like, and I dealt with the guilt that I let him hurt me for fucking years. And so when it came to like court and like I had to confess to get him in jail, I was terrified that like because I let him hurt me, that I was like gonna get in trouble too, or his jail time wouldn't be as long, or like my parents would be ashamed of me. And so I lied to the court saying that he like full on forced himself onto me and like attacked me or whatever. And I screamed and tried to break free and stuff, but that was not what happened at all. Which I'm not saying that either rape is like better or worse. I'm just saying that there's like different types of rape, and like I think some people just like define rape as like one thing, and that's not it. Like there are multiple different types of rape. Like rape can be like being violated by someone too. Like it doesn't have to be just like being like attacked by someone you don't know and like being hurt like sexually. Like it can be like being touched sexually. Like it just, there's a lot of different types of rape that I think people like don't really understand. And I didn't understand, and so I thought that it wasn't truly rape, and I let him, and I was at fault too, and I blamed myself forever, which I think is like a thing with victims. Like we blame ourselves, and it's like not okay. Like for you to blame yourself for something like some sick bastard did to you. And I think another thing that I struggled with when I was a kid too was like that he was my brother, and I didn't want to like condemn him, because like jail when you're a kid is like scary, and like I was just like picturing like a bunch of buff beefy guys with like tattoos and like mean scars on their faces and like horrible people, and I didn't want to subject him to that because I thought that it was my fault. And like I don't really remember much. Well, I do remember a lot, but like a lot of my thought processes are like very muggy, and like I don't really remember them that clearly, so forgive me. Just yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the combination of the daylight savings thing and the stress of my phone fucking dying, the stress of like fucking just thinking about it over again, and like just the terror of it just bringing back memories, and like it's like I'm going all over it again, which I thought I was fucking over it, but I guess you're never really over it. It's always gonna be with you, it's always gonna affect you. But I thought I was over this stupid fucking nightmare and scared of the dark shit, but apparently not, because here we are. Yeah. Which, I'm tired. Like, I can feel my body slowing down. Like, the thought process slowing down. I can feel my body is starting to shut down. Because it's tired. But my brain is, like, wide awake and, like, scared and stressed. And it's not wanting to fall asleep because I know I'm going to have, like, a nightmare. And I don't want to have a nightmare. And so I'm, like, terrified to fall asleep. My brain is terrified to fall asleep. But at the same time, it's terrified to stay awake in silence because I know I'll hear shit. And I know I'll see shit. And so... so that's fucking awesome. They probably make pills for this kind of shit. But I hate pills. Like, they're fucking gross, first of all. Second of all, they're huge, usually, and you just I just hate the fact that you have to depend on something, like, so, like, I can fucking take care of myself, thank you very much. Like, I've been doing fine for the last 16 years, I can handle the rest of my fucking life without a damn pill. Hopefully. I'm like, if I do end up taking pills, it'll be just like before, when my dad used to treat me like a fucking victim. And like, used to like treat me like fucking glass. And I was like, I'm not fucking glass just because I was abused and hurt. And I think he blamed himself a little bit too, because he's the one who had like Terry babysit me. He's the one who like didn't realize that Terry was abusing me while he was taking naps or while he was sleeping in the middle of the night. But it's not his fault. I mean, how could he have known his son was so fucked up? Yeah. I mean, Terry's like, it's not his fault. Just like, mentally, like, you can't help when you're that fucking sick. And I used to blame him. I used to hate him. I used to picture, like, him being, like, ass fucked and raped in the jail and, like, gleefully picturing it and just, like, being happy he was suffering. And then I came to, like, not really forgive him, but kind of just accept that it happened and, like, move on and just be like, well, it happened. And he's also, like, he's just sick. Like, he's just sick. It's not like he was, like, it's not like he tried to be that way. Like, well, maybe he did. I don't know. I don't know the thought process of my abuser. And I don't wish to know it, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It's tough to fucking think about. And then while we're on the fucking topic, there's, like, such a thing as, like, rapers, like, taking responsibility and, like, accepting fatherhood if they, like, have their rape victims pregnant. Do I need to fucking explain how fucked up that is? Yeah, I don't fucking think so. Unless you're a fucking idiot or insane, that is not fucking okay. That's like, I don't fucking know what to compare it to. It's like, trying to think of something fucking terrible and someone trying to, like, forgive themselves for it. It's like an executioner, like, beheading someone and then being like, oh, by the way, someone else can behead me too. It's fine. Like, I take responsibility this way. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, no. Like, excuse the fucking you. Like, hello? Do we see how fucked up this is? Like, first of all, a lot of rape victims abort their baby because they don't want any memory of their fucking, like, rapist. Second of all, like, why the fuck would they want to spend the rest of their life or raise their fucking child with the one who abused them? Like, excuse you. Responsibility, my fucking ass. Especially if it's like a 12-year-old or some shit like that. Like, fuck you. Like, no. No. Sorry. I just, like, recently found that out and I just, like, blew up my fucking mind. The world we fucking live in today, I swear to Jesus. Swear to Jeebus. Swear to Jeebus. Swear to fucking Jeebus. The power of Christ fucking compel you, Jesus. Oh my god, that reminds me though, I love watching these, like, little short horror clips, and I've been watching a lot of the more funnier ones, a lot of the ones that are parodying stuff. One of them was of The Ring, and I don't really remember it that much, because it was a couple months ago, so my bad. But one of the more recent ones that I watched was the, based off of The Exorcist, And this priest came in and was like with all his tools and stuff, and like there's the girl who was like being exorcised and was like possessed or whatever, and he was like, "Is that you, Malcolm?" And they like started buddying up together, and they were like talking about their past like possessions and exorcisms, and like it was just funny. And like, and then the girl who like hired the priest or whatever was like, "Yo, can you like take care of my daughter now, please?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he was like, "Hey, Malcolm, you gonna make this easy for me, man? Like, this is probably like our third or fourth time." And he was like, "Now what fun would that be?" And then they end up like doing the little exorcist thing. It's pretty funny. Yeah, they even brought up an exorcist line where it was like, "Fuck your mother in her asshole" or something like that. Which I'm totally fucking it up, but like something along those lines. And like, which was extremely provocative. I was about to say proactive. Like, excuse you, what does acne fucking have to do with, remember when those cartoons, shit. My brain is even more fucked up when I'm tired. But like, remember when those like proactive commercials and Weight Watcher commercials were like fucking everywhere in like 2012? And like, then there was this like other one that was like, for some reason I want to say Prozac, but that's a fucking medicine. No, there was like this other weight loss place, and they were like, "All of our food is like the greatest food ever for you," and like, oh my god. And I was just like, what? Like, this fuck that. I'm like, honestly, I just want to stay here talking forever, because like, I really don't want to go back to the silence and the dying phone and the terror of having to think about fucking Terry. And that name is forever fucking flawed for me. Terry, just like... He used to wear this seashell necklace too, which I remember my mom, for like Christmas or something, she got me one of them, and it was like fucking an exact replica of his, and I was just like totally lost it, like started crying and like hyperventilating and like freaking out. And my mom was like, "Calm down, like what's wrong?" And I was just like, "That's his." And she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry." And she was like explaining that like when she was around my age, around that time or something, she wanted a necklace like that so bad. And I was just like, the fucked up coincidences in life. Because I literally, I don't know if it's called a panic attack or what, but I lost my shit when I saw the necklace. Yeah, I couldn't even look at his face for a while, too. Because I remember they had me sign a picture of his face as, like, evidence. One of the attorneys, when I was, like, doing his case or whatever. And I, like, couldn't even look at his face. So they had to, like, fold the picture over for me to sign it. Yeah. He's like, we over good, didn't he? But I learned a lot from him. So, I mean, I don't really regret it. Except for now, because I fucking can't sleep. And I'm like, my phone's at 70%. And, yeah. Fuck. Like, what's gonna distract me when my phone fucking dies? And what's gonna wake me up when my phone fucking dies? Am I just gonna have to, like, fucking exercise or something to, like, stay up and not fall asleep and, like, lose my shit? Or, like, try to fall asleep and, like, possibly have fucking a nightmare and then hope for the best that I wake up on time? Like, I don't fucking know. Like... I'm just tired of this shit, and I haven't dealt with this in fucking years. Well, months with the fucking dark thing, but years with the fucking, like, visions and the like, the stupid hearing shit, and, like... I mean, it's not nearly as realistic as it used to be, but it's still fucking realistic to fucking terrify me. So... like, god damn it. Like, fuck this. What do we do? We suffer like fucking idiots. What do? We suffer, suffer, suffer. What a morbid thing to think about. God damn it. Like, am I doing emo? Like, help. I can try to charge my phone. Oh, I didn't have to get up. Shit. Insomnia is the best. Insomnia is the best. Who loves insomnia? Because I sure fucking don't. I don't know, is that what you call insomnia? Too fucking afraid to sleep. And then, so my phone's fucking dying at 14%, but I'm charging my tablet, so hopefully that will suffice as a good enough distraction. And then also, if I fall asleep, an alarm. Yeah. Maybe I'll have to like drink a cup of coffee like I did that one time that I didn't sleep all night and be fucking buzzed as hell. Yeah, I used to think I had ADD because of just how distracted and like crazy I fucking am. But then a sign of ADD is like being calmed by coffee, which I am definitely not calmed by coffee. Coffee, it makes me like more crazy than I already fucking am. Like hypermine plus sugar equals more hyper like crazy me, but it only lasts like an hour. Coffee me? Try sugar high me like times a fucking 1,000 and it lasts twice as long. And I feel this like weird buzz and like my heart beats really, really fast. And yeah, it's fucking weird. Yeah. I really hope this works. If I can even remember the, like, whatever it's called. The, what the fuck is that called? Password of my thing. And then when my phone dies, I'm just gonna keep recording until my phone dies. Because I do not have, like, the faith in myself to actually stop recording. So, I'm just gonna keep recording until my phone dies. And then, when my phone dies, and then, like, when I finally power back on, when I finally get a new charger, I am gonna, upload this video. Just so you can see me when I'm fucking sleep deprived and like going through an insomniac phase, which is this what it's fucking like is? Because if so, fucking sucks. Because damn it, this kid is playing a fucking while. But then insomnia is like never being able to sleep, which I can sleep normally usually, but just today because of like all the memories and plus daylight savings, I'm just no. Also, I got bit by my turtle today, because I was, like, trying to get him used to me, because, like, he gets, like, scared and, like, ducks his head down and, like, swims away from me every time I go close to him. So I, like, laid in front of his tank and just, like, sat there staring at him for, like, hours, and then, like, he was used to me then, but then, like, I would put my hand in the tank sometimes to pet him, which I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do when you have a turtle, but I did it because, like, I don't fucking know I did it. And so he got afraid of me, but then, like, I just left my hand there just to, like, lay limp and was just like, yo, play around with it, whatever. Like, get used to it. And then he just decided to take a giant-ass chomp of my fucking finger, and I was like, thanks, Popcorn. Like, you're the fucking bomb. But, like, it didn't hurt. Oh, I mean, it felt like a pinch, but it didn't really hurt. I think it's because he's not fully grown, so he doesn't have, like, a full-on, like, beak yet. So it won't hurt as much if he was, like, full grown. Thankfully. Like, goddamn. So no marks. Just a slight pinch. That was it. And Android is starting. Can you see that? It says Android is starting on my tablet. So yeah. My phone is at 12%. Awesome. Fucking the greatest night of my life. I'll take her home, move life all night inside. Walking. Yeah. You know, fuck it. I'm stopping this video and then I'm uploading it. And then I'm gonna try and play music, which usually my uploads are pretty slow, especially when they're this long, and then also playing music at the same time does not help. But I'm gonna try. Because I don't want to sit here watching it load by like optimizing app 31 and 151. Like, I don't want to sit here like just staring at it being like going up slowly until it gets 151 and then it's starting up, and then like me having to like figure out the password because I have no fucking memory. So that's gonna be fucking awesome. Okay. Say good luck, because I'm gonna fucking need it. Thank you and good night. Oh my god, I talk like a talk show host. Like, oh, shut up. Bye.